Please chant Om 3 times, please. Together we'll do that. Okay friends, so today we'll have our, this is our last class for the camp. Thank you for being here. I gave a very interesting topic today because after listening to yesterday's class, somebody was very much, sort of inspired and he said, wow, it's so beautiful about how infinity is inescapable. Immortality inescapable, totality inescapable. You can get out of limitation, and you need not get out of limitation, but limitation cannot really touch you. If you know who you are, you shall not be touched by any limitation. You have a body which has limitation, limitation will touch it. Time will touch it, place will touch it, by object it will be limited. But when you know who you are, is not what you have, that by which you know everything, but all that is known is not you. Once you see that self, the awareness, there the limitation has no access. Timeless cannot be touched by time. All pervasiveness cannot be limited by space. So, it's fantastic. Yet, when we are living our lives in this tiny human body, every individual, which when we are living our lives, the situations come so many different ways. We see the very innocent or very simple person suffering, or the big culprit or anybody going away like that, or there is untimely death, disaster, suffering, pain. Why these things happen to somebody? We think it should not happen to anybody. Everything should be always perfect. Will it ever be so? No, friends. I'll explain to you today. You just see that very nicely for yourself. Think it over, relax and listen. Yes. Okay. So this is what it is. Why this happened? Wherever that sound was coming, did any one of you wish it? Did any one of you decide that this must come at this time? No. Situations, why it happens, how it happens, please understand, you shall never ever know. Because individual situations are just not the byproduct of an individual's action. It is part of the whole universal mind or action. Understand that point. We shall see it very clearly. Think of it, please. We shall think of it very clearly. Please, whoever it is, now that you know it is coming from a telephone, switch it off, whatever it is. Okay? Now, please, think of it. In Sanskrit, there is an interesting verse. Hamsa Shvetaha Vaka Shvetaha. The swan is white, the heron also is white. Kim Veda Hamsa Vakayoho. What is the difference between Hamsa, the swan, and the Vaka? Vaka means the heron. Both live in water, both take everything from water and sustain themselves, both are white. So what is the difference between Kim Veda, Vedam Kim? What is the difference between the two? Kshira Nira Viveketu Hamso Hamsaha Vako Vakaha. If you put Kshira and Nira, the milk and the water together, and put it in front of the Vaka, the heron, and the Hamsa, the swan, you shall know the difference between the two. Because when the Vaka, the heron, will drink mixed water and milk, both mixed up, he will drink everything. The Hamsa will drink only the milk and the water will be left out. So this is the nature. Exactly in the same way, friends. You are a human being, I am a human being. There are 8 billion human beings now. Before us, how many billions have gone? Billions and billions have gone. After us, how many will come? Billions and billions will come. What is the difference between these? A man or a woman, human beings, we are all born, growing, aging, ultimately one day dying away. What is the difference between the two? Both are facing situations in life which appear to be good, appear to be bad. Situations are same for us. Morning is same for us, evening same for us, 2020-21 is same for us. Rain, summer, winter is same, all are living us in the same world. Then what is happening? For some people, so there is also situations which appear good, some consider it as bad. Some consider it as there are some people are very friendly, some people are inimical. Some situation comfortable, same situation appears to other person uncomfortable. Are you getting that? There is no pure comfortable situation. In every comfort there is discomfort, in every discomfort there is comfort. A pleasure is a pain also is a pleasure. In pleasure there is pain. In starvation there is pain. In eating also you say it in eating there is pleasure, but sometimes the eating is a pain. Starvation is a great thing. Langanam paramausadam. Starving is very good. So what is this good and bad? Situations come together for all of us. But those people, those who know between the two, there is when I say 11:5 is born, what it means is 11:4 is dead. Death means birth of a new condition. Birth means death of the previous condition. Are you getting that? Birth means death of the previous condition. So, which one is good? Birth is good or death is good? Everybody shall say birth is auspicious, death is inauspicious. Living is auspicious, death is inauspicious. Everybody will say that. But as nicely somebody says, what the caterpillar calls an end of the world, God calls it a butterfly. Unless the caterpillar comes, can you see the beautiful butterfly? Unless there is dark night, can you see the stars? Think of it, friends. Unless there is a summer heat, will you get mangoes, mangosteen, that pineapple, lychees, all the best fruits? You cannot. If the rain doesn't come, oh, rain is stupid. If the rain doesn't come, where is the life? Everything is mixed up. That is why people who want pure good, they never get it. Everybody wants to avoid bad, but in every good thing there is bad, in every bad thing there is good. You help somebody, what shall you say? These parents spoiled their child or they destroyed that man because feeding. You should never do that. Why? Because, as they say, give them a fish. No, you will make them a beggar. Teach them fishing, you will be wonderful. So don't give something to somebody. Right. Another person shall say, they never gave me anything, that is I am destroyed. Same thing. You can see that, friends. Observe. We'll see that beautifully. In a family, there are two brothers. It's a real life story. One person becomes a top-class chief executive of, CEO of a big company in the world, international company. Otherwise, totally drunk. So when some journalists, they went and they interviewed them, they asked the person who was down and out like a wino in the street, they said, how come you are like this? He said, my father was a drunkard. Every day I was seeing coming home and torturing my mother. I hated him. My whole childhood is completely spoiled. What do you expect me to be? A great person? That is how I am now, wino in the street. The second brother, the brother who was a chief executive, they asked him, how come your brother is there in the street like a wino? You have come from the same family, how come you are CEO? He said, I saw every day my father coming, drunk, torturing my parents, sometimes my mother, and I was so frightened of him. If he comes home, I'll hide behind somewhere. But that is, every moment I was hiding, I was also resolving inside myself, I shall never become like this man. I shall be somebody who shall be really very good. Here I am. Adversity can bring the best from within you. Adversity can bring the worst in you. Prosperity can bring best inside you. Prosperity can bring worst inside you. So it is not the prosperity or poverty, it is you. How you face it. Hamso hamsaha vako vakaha. Mixed type of situation will come for everybody. Poverty can be a blessing, poverty can be a curse. Prosperity is a blessing, prosperity is a curse. Depends how you use it. And do not say adversity is bad, prosperity is good. No. Just because somebody is prosperous, he can completely be a waster. Somebody just because he is poverty-stricken, the best thing comes out of it. You take the life of Rama. When Rama was born, Rama was, that, I don't want to go to the whole story, when he was to be consecrated. Next day, in the morning, he has to go to forest. Why? Because Dasaratha had promised Kaikeyi a boon. Whatever she asked, he shall get it. Some 2 boons she had given. And that day, just the night before, she has encashed that boon. In first, Rama should go to forest. In the second, Bharata should be the king. Dasaratha collapses. Now, everybody the whole kingdom got angry with Kaikeyi, including Bharata, who is son of Kaikeyi. Completely. Everybody. Because everybody loved Rama. Everybody hated, except Rama. Then Rama never ever said anything. Rather, after returning from after 14 years in Vanavas, after the banishment, when they were returning, there was a big speculation among the people who are flying with him in that Pushpaka Viman as to when Rama lands, whom shall he greet first? Some people say he must, if the father is not there, so he must go and meet his mothers first. Definitely not Kaikeyi. And some people say, no, he is a person who loves his subject, he will meet the subjects first. He said, no, maybe Vasishta, he is the guru, he will meet him first. When Rama landed, none of these things happened. He went straight to Kaikeyi. And Kaikeyi broke down. Because she never expected that Rama will ever look at her. Because of her only he was there 14 years. And everybody is surprised. When they asked Rama, how come you go there? He said, she is the one who really loves me, without whom today I will not be who I am. If she would have been nice, I would have died as the king of the Ayodhya. Where is Ravana? Where is he killing him? How will it ever happen? Rama is remembered for what? Ramayana, Ayodhya remembered because he could kill Ravana. Had I not gone to forest, all these situations would not have happened. Think, friends, because that brought the best out of him. That is the adversity. A person, please, you must see that, friends. Wise is a person who really understands himself. He shall never blame anybody that because of this person I was spoiled. No. If you know how to use the situation, you shall never feel spoiled. Never. Because, understand, this from the so-called good, that the bad things will come out. Always wrong, so the so-called bad can be, you help somebody, he shall say, you took away my incentive. You did not allow me to grow up independently. You don't help somebody, the person can say, you have a fantastic blessing, because you denied me everything, because you punished me anything. Some students come back. The teacher was very harsh. Everybody will, prostrate to him. Had this teacher not have been very harsh and strong, strict, today I would not have been who I am. Some other student will say, the fellow was so strict, so harsh, because of which my life is spoiled. It all depends on you, friends. Please appreciate. In our lives, Mahadeva, look back. When you are a child, long before we are born, each one of us here, eldest amongst us here, 70, 80, 90 year old. 80, 90 years back, before that, millions of years have gone. Civilization, history, even thousands and thousands of human histories, thousands, if not millions of history, thousands and thousands of history has been over. Please tell me, were you responsible for any of those things? Ask yourself, were you ever responsible for any of those things? Because of you the First World War happened? Because of you Second World War happened? There is no world war, because there is no world. There are only human beings. There is no political war, because there is no political establishment. There is no religious war, because there is no religious establishment. In that sense, the so-called, called it messiahs or saints and sages or whatever it is, the incarnations, after they came, human beings were divided, because everybody becomes the follower of A, B, C, D. Previously we were all human beings. Now they are the followers. So to warfare, now there is happening the war of the civilizations. What is happening? Two different faiths, four different faiths, interfaith disaster, fighting. Previously we were human beings. Before 1947, was there an India-Pakistan war? Pakistan didn't exist. Bangladesh war didn't exist. Sri Lanka war didn't exist. Buddhist-Hindu conflict. Before this, Hitler coming in, is there any Jewish battle? Nowhere they were fighting. The person comes in, Arya, he says, that is Aryans, they are the superior race. And these are all inferior race. Think of it, what was the mistake of the children who were born during that time to face a battle like that? Think. What we face in life is not in our hands at all. Understand that. The stage is set. The world is continuously changing. There are not Britishers, there are not Germans, there is no Hollanders, Netherlands people, Vikings, Romans, where are they? Just human beings, barbarians, marauders. What's that? People living in forest, caves. Will they write a history of that Roman Empire, Greece Empire, this type of empire? So those type of things were not there. Human beings were there. Even now, after all the complications of different religious divisions and discriminations, political establishment, we are still human beings in a sense. That is why to fight in the name of a religion, to fight in the name of a politics, to fight in the name of something is such a disaster. In the home, two brothers fight, brothers and brothers fight. In the village, then one family will fight among themselves, brother and brother will fight, father and sons will fight. Then they shall fight with the one family with other families, then one village with another village. then one state with another state, one country with another country. What is happening? There is a fighting that begins. Where does it begin? In the country? Country is not a person. Please see that, friends. Religion is not a person. Inside the person, there are two identities you have created. A political identity, a religious identity. Therefore, warfare inside one person. Imagine 8 billion people fighting among themselves. Then the partisan created. All of us believe in this religion, we shall fight for that. We believe in this country, we shall fight for that. You change your citizenship. You become an American. Suppose American, Indian fighting, now the Indian gone to America, American has to fight with Indian. Because you are a citizen of the country. You understand? Why a situation comes in front of us, we are nowhere responsible. How shall you know we are going to face a government, please? How will you know? How the child will ever know that he is going to face the Second World War or the First World War? Did you decide? Without your choice, you are facing a situation. Without your choice. How you face it brings out the best in you. The people who were that day, unfortunate day on the 9/11 in the World Trade Center, what was their mistake? 3,000 people are there in that block. The plane goes and hits it. Did you cause it? Think, friends. We are so volatile. We are so confused. We think as though whole universe is targeting me. Why my husband died? Why my wife died? Well, so you are the first man and first woman in this universe? People shall pass, things shall change. Even the diseases were not there, now coming up. Why? Somebody is experimenting with it. Can you stop somebody experimenting with it? He experiments with it. Suppose out of that experimentation something best would have come, everybody would have hailed him as the healer. Disaster comes it. Same atom bomb has come. Same atomic energy was created. The scientist who invented that, he did not want, did he like that it should be dropped in Hiroshima, Nagasaki? Or should drop anywhere, it should be dropped? No, it's a political decision. Think, friends. Atomic energy is nothing wrong. How we use it. The words millionaires, billionaires, when even I was a child, we never thought of millionaire, billionaire, lakpati. A person with lakhs, 100,000, was a huge thing. These children, trillionaire, zillionaire. You don't even understand what is billion, trillion, zillion. You don't understand. The war that we are facing, let it be political conflict, religious conflict, it is not the mistake of one individual, but we are facing that situation. So what is most important is who you are. Understand the beauty. Very, very important. Because long before you become a Buddhist, or a Muslim, or a Indian, a Hindu, or a Christian, Jain, Jews, religious divisions, we are born as human beings. No child is born branded. No child is born branded. And no child must die branded. Same thing, political establishment, political philosophy, democracy, communism, socialism, what all the dictatorship, what all things are there, political establishments. We have been, every child, every person, you are an unnecessary victims of a society. You may vote for a country, did not vote for a party. A party is ruling. Whatever, every party comes to rule, telling that they will give everything. But what is their vision? All limited. How many people, please understand friends, everybody says, I will give you happiness. Think. Everybody says, a politician says, I will make you happy. A religious guru or the philosophy, they also come and say, we shall make you happy. So there is a conflict between the religious group as well as the secular group. Secular group says, money will solve all the problem. Science will solve everybody's problem. Then how come the scientist is depressed? How come the richest man commits suicide? Acha, the religious person says, religion will solve all the problem. If it solve all the problem, then how come in the name of religion you are fighting and killing? Think, friends. Everybody says will give you happiness. Let us go into that. Everybody says will give you happiness. How? Please, friends, think. How will you make you happy? The politicians say free food, free car, free electricity, free petrol, free everything, free. Where from you will get it? Some people have to work for it, right? Free. Okay. Even if I swallow it lock, stock, barrel, that yes, by getting everything free, I'll be happy. You know what will happen? Since you have been making me dependent on you, the day you stop giving that, I will be so miserable. And not to stop it, I shall go on giving you the vote. Because if the new party comes, he may take away, withdraw all the privileges, the freebies. So you are a victim. And the person says, I will make you very happy by giving you this, giving you that, giving you this, giving you that. Now suppose I want more and more and more, can you give it? The person is miserable. The religious person says, believe in my God, believe in my practices, I shall make you happy. What are you doing, friends? Remember a very simple statement. If there is a reason for your happiness, political reasons, economical reasons, or religious reasons, or any reason, you are not a happy person. Because in the absence of that reason, when that reason is withdrawn, that conditions are withdrawn, you shall be miserable. If a person says, why are you happy? Because weather is beautiful, weather changes, happiness changes. Why are you happy? Because I am married, divorced, miserable. Why are you happy? I believe in a God, that belief is challenged, you are miserable. But if you ask somebody, are you a happy person? Yes. Why? I am the happiness itself. Make him unhappy. What shall you withdraw? What shall you take away? What is punishment? When the people go thrown into jail are punished, they feel punished. Why? Because they want to be in the house. They want to eat certain food, do their own routine, hang around everywhere. So they feel now that privileges are taken away, they are in a jail and they are suffering. Cow slaughter movement, Goraksha Andolan, 30-40 years back, you must remember the history. And there's so many sadhus from Rishikesh came to Delhi to fight for this cow, against cow slaughter. Naturally, the government of that time gathered them up, rounded them up, and put them in the prison. And what did the sadhu do? They did the same thing they are doing in Himalayas. What were they doing? They were not having 5-star food. They didn't have any comfort. But here, there is a room, there is a bed to sleep. Food time, ding, 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 food is coming. Samdi Bhiksha, they go from Kshetra to Kshetra. Here the food is coming. So they sit down and do Ram Nam. The establishment got bored. I am putting you in the jail for punishment. If you start enjoying it, what is the idea? Same lifestyle. Think. So if you think somebody takes away your privilege, you feel punished. Why people get angry with political establishment when they are denying you certain privilege? Whoever gives you what you want. So do you mean to say for every person there will be a government? For every person there will be a particular religion? No. If you withdraw certain privileges, the person becomes miserable. That is why, friends, ultimately a person must know about himself. If you want to make somebody happy, help him to discover the happiness that he himself is. That is why Upanishads, Vedas, this wisdom is so human, so universal. It doesn't give you the happiness. It helps you discover you are the happiness. How can you give security to people? Do you understand, friends? Give me security. Why? So that I feel a little secured. If you feel secured because of something, that something which gives you security shall be the cause of your insecurity. Are you getting that point? Anything that becomes the cause of your security will be cause of your insecurity. The love that is your security, that love becomes your insecurity if the person goes away. But the person takes pride. So many people love me. Oh really? So I am so very secure. So what are you doing? You are creating disaster. You are creating people who are completely dependent on you. You are creating slaves. The person feels very comfortable. How long can you depend on somebody? Remember that statement, Sarvam Paravasam Dukkham. Everything, wherever it is, you dependent on something or somebody else, that shall be cause of your sorrow. Sarvam Nijavasam Sukham. The happiness that you find in yourself, nobody can deny you that happiness. Security that you find in yourself, nobody can snatch or deny you that security, absolute. The fulfillment that you find in yourself is absolute, and that is something for all. So which government can give it to you? Which political establishment can give it to you? Which religious establishment can give you? Our whole teaching, learning should be that orientation. Help the person to be himself and not just put him in the role. Yes, we cannot straight away tell a child, you are yourself, you are the Brahman, absolute consciousness. No. Introduce him to different types of roles. It is needed. But ultimately, when he develops that individuality, then help him to recognize who is he. Because the other day one person came and talked to me, just as a fun. He was telling, Swamiji, can you introduce yourself to me? I said, look, you shall never know me unless you know who you are. In Oriya, he was talking very nicely. I made that of what I'll tell it in Oriya, then I'll tell you in English also clearly. Swami, mu kiye? Mu janiya chahu mu kiye? I want to know who I am. Can you tell me who you are? I said, you will not know who I am unless you know who you are, what you say as I am. Do you get that English? Swamiji, can you introduce yourself? I said, yes, I can. But you shall not know who I am unless you know who you are, which you say as who I am. In relation to you, you are I. In relation to me, I am you. In relation to me, you are you. In relation to you, I am you. So, you are I or you? Unless you know your I, how are you going to know my I? Are you getting that point? Simple thing, friends. Who are you? All of us will begin with a statement. Who are you? I. Everybody will say. There is no masculine I, feminine I, neuter I. There is no American I, Indian I, no childhood I, American. I is same. You want to know about somebody? Listen carefully. You can never know somebody. You can only know something about somebody, what he has. If you want to know who he is, you better know who you are. Unless you know who you are, you can never know who the other person is. And if you think, if you are looking at yourself, please, if you are looking at yourself, what you have as who you are, you shall never know others. Who are you? Rich, riches you have. Please think. Strip yourself off. Who are you? Rich, riches you have. Who are you? Man or woman, the gender that you have. Gender can change, you can change yourself, gender. Listen. Who are you? Educated, degrees that you have. Who are you? Managing director. Position that you have, a lecturer, the professor, something, a position that you have. Who are you? Governor, the position again that you have. Who are you? Married, another condition. Who are you? A father or mother, the position that you have. Secular identities. Who are you? A believer, a Hindu, Muslim, Christian, Jew, Jain, atheist, theist. Who are you? A belief that you have. You are looking at yourself never as you are, but with things that you have. As long as you are looking at yourself what you have, and therefore you do not know who you are, you shall never know others who they are, because you shall be forced to see them through what they have. Are you getting that point, please? That is why there is so much of conflict in the whole world. The world war begins in the single person's mind. One Hitler is enough. One person is enough. In your family, father, mother, children, 4, 5, 6 people. It's a world war. It's a small world war. One person goes crazy, becomes a drug addict or becomes something like an alcoholic, the entire family will collapse. I want only that house, I want only this car, I want only this. Kill each other, no problem. Like a line of control of a state and country, there is a line of control between two houses of two brothers. Think, friends. So who you are is very, very important. So good and bad, right and wrong, profit and loss, these are the two sides of a coin. So any time if you say only good things shall happen to me, in that good, bad will come. In that bad, good will come. That is why Arjuna asked the question, Yat sreyasyat nishchitam bruhi tanme. O Lord, tell me, what is the sreyas? Sreyas, that is the best, beyond good and bad. You say, gaining the kingdom, gaining the victory is wonderful, but gaining the victory, I have to kill everybody. So shall be defeated and walk out? That also is not solving the problem. Victory is a defeat, defeat also is a victory. I can withdraw and go away, but that way what shall I gain? Give me something by knowing which, by gaining which, I shall be comfortable with everything, comfortable with nothing. Understand? Comfortable with the presence of something, comfortable in the absence of something. Comfortable in belief, comfortable in disbelief. Comfortable in poverty, comfortable in dispoverty, prosperity. I am, always I am. Are you getting that point, please? Look at yourself. Do you like to say, I am poor? You don't. Do you like to, I am rich? Yes. Always? A gunman comes and says, whatever riches you have got, give me. I am a very poor man. You have all the riches, but poverty that time will save you. I am going to kill you. I shall give you something. I have got so many things. Just somehow you are trying to bribe somebody. Understand, friends, you can never be poor. You have a poverty, a condition. You can never be rich. You have a richness, prosperity, condition. The I is I. Not poor, not rich, not man or woman, not young or old, not good or bad, not believer or non-believer. Do you understand this little statement? So whatever comes to your life, please understand, whatever comes and gets unfolded in our life, is it good or bad for us? Depends on you, how you face it. Are you getting that point, please? It depends on you, how you face it. If there would have been no Kaikeyi, there will be no Ramayana, Rama will not be great. If there is no African struggle, Nelson Mandela will not be there. If no Indian War of Independence, Indian independence is not there, then Gandhi will not be a big man. He will be another lawyer. If the American War of Independence is not there, Washington will not be there, Abraham Lincoln will not be there. Just think of it. Prosperity, situations, adversity throws up people. Had there not been a Mahabharata war, there will not be Bhagavad Gita. Right or wrong? Oh, Bhagavad Gita is adorable. How it was created? Unless what all happened, Duryodhana a bad boy, Dushasana a bad boy, Draupadi a bad girl or good girl, it doesn't matter, Pandavas are like this. The whole thing should be happen. Something comes out. So if Bhagavad Gita could come out of the Mahabharata, that means whatever Mahabharata is must be nice. Are you getting that point, please? Life also. Each one will function according to please, friends, think of it. You may live among billions of people or 5 people in your family. Please remember this. Each one, each individual, as long as they're children, they don't understand. When you have that individuality, you become a single person, you shall unconsciously always act, taking into account your privilege, your comfort first. At childhood it begins. You say, baby, today we are not going to have any food, anything. No, mommy, I am hungry. Very, very important. I want this dress, I want this dress. That is how it begins. Then when you are growing up, what will you say? I want this house. I don't want to go there. I want there. I don't want it. Each person will demand what makes him or her feel comfortable. The moment you do that, please, it shall create some discomfort somewhere. If it is so much so, please, in a family of 4 or 5, where it begins, please, you have got 100 thoughts in your head. One thought you don't like, you shall fight inside yourself. And who is the fighter? I thought. From that single I thought, which creates a little conflict inside a single head, virus will spread. Understand that point? Have you not seen that, friends? Please. I hope you understand, friends. Corona. Before this corona came, world was different. Now when the corona has come, what are you looking for? Why this? Why people are dying like this? Everything was good. Why suddenly somebody is breathless, somebody is losing everything, throat pain, fever, dying? Why? You want to discover why that person is behaving like that. He was not behaving like that before. But suddenly he says he has fever, everything like that. So what do? You bring the corona out. Listen carefully. Bring the corona. Once you discover this corona is the one is infecting everybody, now the whole world is busy destroying that corona's thing, counteracting it, or destroying that particular virus. Right? If you understand that much. Every child is so sweet, so cute, so nice, 14, 15. One virus begins, ahankar, I thought. I don't want it. Take it there. I don't like this dress. I don't like this food. I don't want to go to that school. I don't want to mommy. I don't want this one. I hate you. I don't know. Who is telling? One person. One virus in every human individual. 8 billion people. Everybody is infected by one virus, ahankar. Limited identity. Understand? So engineers fraternity, doctors fraternity, military people fraternity, millionaires fraternity, believers fraternity, non-believers fraternity. You can create a division of any kind, but behind it all there is only one virus. In the name of religion, what shall you say? In the name of religion, everybody must believe in that. If you do not believe in my religion, I am going to kill you, destroy you. Think. What is this religion doing? What type of religion is that? Because it gives you a special identity. Please. And if you do not, if suppose you do not believe in that, they will kill you, they will destroy you. Understand? One word, one letter, one word. Aham, I, ahankar. The world is never worried about this particular virus. You are worried about the smallpox virus. Why? Because smallpox virus is going to kill the body. That virus is going to kill the body. This food is going to kill the body. So you try to find a cure so that doesn't kill your body. Then you are angry about the death. I am dying. Then somebody tell you, I will give you a philosophy, I will give you a God by you, because of which you will not die. You believe that after death you will be taken care. So the I is feeling kept very nicely, oh, that I am not going to die. Understand, friend, there is one virus which destroys everybody in this world. I. Body is not a problem. Listen carefully. Body is not a problem. I am the body is the problem. Death is not a problem. I am dying is the problem. Poverty is not a problem. I am poor is the problem. Prosperity is not a problem. I am rich is the problem. One word. Belief is not a problem. I am a believer. Disbelief is not a problem. I am an unbeliever. Fighting. Where from it comes? Only one point, friends. I. One who knows about that, Hamsa. From among the mixture of million roles, million identities, million different situations, you are always the I, the milk of infinite kind. Nothing touches you. Understand, friends? You cannot homogenize, which is the sad plight of the mankind today. Everybody should believe in this, everybody should follow this God, everybody should have this type of administration. It will never happen. One thing can be universal, please understand, only one thing can be universal is you. The I thought. Who you are, who I am is universal. What all things you have cannot be universal. Can you say that is why the communism failed? Everybody should have same type of car, same type of house and same type of thinking. How? You can't. Who you are, who I am, who everybody is one and the same. But depending on your situation, you are living in Eskimo, your lifestyle will be different. You are in African jungle, your lifestyle will be different. You are in Sahara desert, your lifestyle will be different. You are in Indus Valley, your lifestyle will be different. When you are in Himalayan mountain, you are in a desert. You understand? Situations, families, you are a Tamilian, Keralite, Telugu, Odisha, Gujarati, you understand? But what holds together? One knowledge. That is why this tradition. It doesn't matter what type of God you have, you choose. Man, woman, boy, girl, tree, monkey, man, and it doesn't make any difference. You be yourself. Is it something too much to ask, friends? Don't you feel comfortable that I am not this scripture, this vision doesn't make you confined to a particular role, doesn't condemn you to a particular role, particular philosophy, particular thought or a particular situation, but makes you comfortable with everything, like the space. Space is comfortable in every form. Mountains, yes. Desert, yes. Beautiful star, yes. Disastrous star, yes. Nice planet with everything, yes. Space is in and through everything, like silence. Silence has no conflict. Only I shall speak with Sanskrit language, I shall be there. In some Eskimo language, I will not be like to be there. Only the holy sound, sound of the conch, sound of the violin, sound of the veena, I shall be there. Other sounds I will not be there. Does the silence ever resist? The silence is in every sound. Consciousness is in life, consciousness in death. You are living, conscious. Day, it is coming to an end, conscious. Thoughts are there, any thought, it will accommodate. Listen here, the moment you are aware of yourself, every thought is accommodated in consciousness, but the I thought does not accommodate this thought or that thought. Who is creating fight inside you? Who is creating fighting inside you? Your thought is your thought. Why are you fighting with your own thoughts? Because one thought gives you one identity, other thought gives you another identity, which you don't like or you like. That is why you have an internal conflict. Once there is a conflict inside you, you shall pass on it to everybody else. Why? So 5 people are there. What do you want? I want a chocolate. Then the other person says, because you don't like chocolate, why don't you ask something like some potato vanda? So you want to influence the fellow. So what do you want? Potato vanda. See, somebody wants potato vanda, as though you don't want it. Then you create out of 5 people, 3 people potato vanda, 2 people chocolate. Therefore, majority wins. 3 vanda, that chocolate fellow miserable. Or the chocolate fellow 4, vanda is fellow 1 fellow, that fellow is miserable. We can't afford to give whatever whoever wants. So, majority whatever they want. What will happen, friends? Birds of same feather flock together. Believers of same kind, different type. Non-believers of same kind, different type. Are you going to a different world? Same world. What is that something which is same for all of us? The self that we are. Are you getting that point, friends? Once you see that, Hamsa. Hamsa does not mean only drinking water, only drinking milk. Where is the milk to swim? Water is needed, milk is needed. Immortality is needed, mortality is needed. Happiness is needed, prosperity is needed. Happiness is needed, poverty has to be a condition. Immortality is needed, but childhood as a condition must begin. Growth will be there. Young, adult, the disease, it will all be there. Only immortality, I take mortality, don't be idealistic. It doesn't work. That is why when you appreciate, even if somebody causes disastrous situation in your life, you take the best out of it. Like Rama never blamed Kaikeyi even for once. Rather, the people who create trouble for you, you have the highest respect for them. Why? Because they brought out the best in you. Average man gets angry with the people who inconvenience him. Think, friends, only that the darkness, the stars will shine. Somebody creates a situation, you are grateful for them. Why? Because then you can understand what is your real strength. You can survive. One who climbs the Himalayan mountain, Everest, what does he feel? Climb one step, so don't say situations will not come. don't say other people will not create wrong situations for you. Everything expect. Why something happens, what happens in your life you shall never know. Please appreciate. What happens to you, how are you here, where you are now, you will never know. Why are you here, where you are now, you will never know. How you face it is your responsibility. And to face it very nicely, you have to know about yourself, a situation about yourself, who you are. But if you say, my husband should be a little better, my wife should be like this, my daughter should be like this, so you have got a huge list of expectations. As even you have got a list of expectations from people around, people have a list of expectations from you. So, permanently damaged. Nothing will happen. You try. You try. Oh, that is why you should accept everything as it is. Yes, friends, you can accept everything as it is. But there are two types of acceptance. Helpless acceptance, acceptance out of wisdom. Helpless acceptance makes you feel frustrated throughout your life. But acceptance because of the wisdom, I am who I am. Nobody can take away my satisfaction, nobody can add to my satisfaction. Nobody can take away my immortality, nobody can add to my mortality. Nothing. Who you are, who I am, one understands. There is no man, no woman, no young or old, no poor or rich, no believer, non-believer. This belief, this thought, that thought. No, you are comfortable with everything. Remember, friends, be like a coconut. Coconut is a beautiful example. I think that is why they have made it Purna Phalam. Coconut, two ways I shall explain it, because at certain points you can take it back and go. You see that I don't have a coconut here, but you can imagine, because all of you know coconut. Suppose I say, please bring me coconut. What will you bring? The whole fruit you will bring. No. I will bring, go from the coconut tree, bring the coconut. I bring a coconut, you got the coconut. I say, eat it. Will you eat it? What shall I do? Remove the skin, that the bark, whatever, remove that cover. Eat it? No, the hard cover, now the small cover, there's the thin things are there, that little by which you make fire. Remove that also, eat it. The hard shell is there. Will you eat it? No, break it. When you break it, that white kernel is there. So what is coconut now you are eating? Coconut means the whole fruit, but the real coconut is the white thing that you are eating. The whole fruit has gained the name from that. Okay? Listen. Same thing. Who are you? You bring yourself the whole thing. Then I want to know, who are you? I say, Swamiji, I am here. Listen carefully. Who are you? You come with your riches and everything. I say, no, I am not interested in riches. Tell me, who are you? Riches? No. That is you have, that is your one cover. So he said, okay, that's not. Then you say, I am so nice in this dress, Indian national cloth or the Scottish or African dress. No, I am not interested in that. Who are you? Your body. I said, no, that makes you a man or woman. Who are you? Oh, I am educated, graduate, postgraduate. That is another dress. Remove. I am a vice chancellor, this and that. Remove that dress. I believe in this, believe in that. Remove that dress. When you remove all these dresses of gross kind and the subtle kind, one thing left out. That is really you. That is your name comes out of that. Everybody. Call it Chetana, consciousness, Ishvara, truth, reality. First you are the truth, the absolute. Then you are picking up many relative conditions. Coconut. What sustains you that? These are covers can go away. And the same coconut, once you discover it, and you are a dry coconut, throw it in the ocean. Will it drown? million-ton ocean liner, it will drown because that floats on one side. Coconut can never drown because it floats on all sides. The mightiest ocean cannot drown the coconut. When you are holding onto a roll, you have a side of one kind or the other, you shall be broken, destroyed, drown in life. But when you know you are the coconut, the absolute, you are in and through everything. You are floating on all sides. In every role you are there, yet no role touches you. This knowledge, with this knowledge, wherever you are, even people want to deliberately put inconvenience onto you, you survive. You can never ever die. If everybody understands these things, will you try to create problem for anybody? But that's a dreamland, friends. The whole universe will never know about it. 8 billion people will never know. But you can choose to know it about yourself. And for that, you don't have to deny any religion, any God, any belief, any knowledge, any role of any kind. You are comfortable with everything, like a potato vegetable. In any curry, you are comfortable. Jale jalam, taile tailam. Water in the water, oil in the oil. Always invisible, but in and through everything. Nothing ever can touch you. So friends, understand. What happens in your life? Why it happens, what happens to you, you shall never know. Why the Second World War happened? Why India became independent? What type of situation has come in? Why political parties are changing? These macrocosmic changes, how will you know? Our individual life is affected by the macrocosmic, the total incidents that is happening. Can you influence that thing? That will influence you. You are a good man, but you are in the wrong place in the World Trade Center that day. You are a good man, but there is a communal strife and you are shot dead on the road for nothing. You are a nice person, but there are certain people who do not believe in what you believe in. That day they are killing everybody. You are killed. You are a nice man, but somebody played with the coronavirus and millions are dead. What was your control? You are a nice man, but your husband, your wife is so crazy, they become drug addict, they become this, started selling everything, purchasing everything, destroying everything. For no reason you belong to that family, you are pulled down by the entire thing. Like a tsunami, it comes and destroys you. What is your mistake? Are you getting that point, friends? Why something happens, what happens to you, you shall never know. Your personal thing, you may know that yesterday I ate some old vadai, that my stomach is upset. That is true, you will know. But why thousands of people died, you are no way responsible. And even if it is there vadai also, in one bad food you ate and you suppose you created, then you know, stupid I have been. Why did I unnecessarily choose to eat that? Every action is conscious. If you are consciously choosing to eat something wrong, face the consequences happily. Happy to eat, happy not to eat, happy to suffer. Why? Nobody forced me. It's my life. It's beautiful. And you shall never create any problem for anybody. Why? So happy with yourself, comfortable with yourself. Your happiness doesn't depend upon giving unhappiness or inconvenience to people. If something, suppose my unhappiness shall make you happy, I will make myself unhappy so that you can feel little happy. That is wisdom of absolute kind. So friends, things we cannot, everything cannot be changed. You change, things will change around you. What people say? No, 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 let us do that, what is that? Let us create a nice road, nice everything. There are some fellows who shall make mafia business out of it, and a road construction. Social service. There will be people who shall try to gain something out of it, and that will destroy people. In the name of that, there will be politics, corruption, all these things will come. Think, you shall know. Being happy with one's own self, friends, is not selfish. Being happy with yourself and keeping it to yourself and not sharing with somebody becomes selfish. Being rich is not selfish, but being rich and allowing everybody to suffer is selfishness. So have that wisdom. Be yourself, friends. In that, there is absolutely no choice whatsoever. Okay? Thank you very much. Close your eyes. You be yourself, then be happy with your own belief. Your possessions, your positions. Improve it as you choose. Cannot improve it, live with it as you choose. But at no time you shall depend upon a changed condition for your happiness. No, friends. As you are, here and now, if you are not happy with yourself, you shall not be happy in any other condition, because yourself, call it happiness, call it truth, immortality, absolute, is ever the same under all circumstances, at all times, all places, in all conditions. Childhood, youth, old age, waking, dream, deep sleep, past, present, future, always you are the same. There is no fear of loss of any kind. You can lose what you have. You can never lose who you are. Sit down and think for yourself. Contemplate. What all you have, you can never protect. Who you are can never be lost sight of. So when the situations change, either cosmically, in a sense, in a macrocosmic world, from the unknown, or somebody creating a problem for you, they help you to invoke your strength in yourself, who you are, and nothing ever touches. You consider everything a blessing. Poverty is as much blessing as when prosperity is. Living is as much a blessing, even the dying is. That does not mean you kill people, never, ever. Killing does not mean only physically killing people. You can kill somebody's possessions, take away possessions, images, characters, ideas. Those are very complicated things, perhaps. But you can never be touched, because who you are is not dependent upon an idea, an image, a possession, a position, a belief or disbelief. So be the silence in every sound. Be the formless in every form. Be the consciousness in every thought, every memory, every sensation, every perception, the timeless in and through all times. Be yourself. Please chant Om 3 times. We shall stop. Thank you, friends. We'll see again sometimes. Thank you very much. Right.